Well, hello all and welcome. I hope you're all doing well. I've got quite a few things to show you in this video. We'll start with these tulips. I bought these yesterday. They're from Blue Diamond, a chain of garden centres under the Blue Diamond Group. What I like the colour and the shape, the form, the flower itself. But what I also like about these is as they get older, they change colour. They go from quite a nice yellow to almost a red. So that's something interesting there. I show you something that I've not done for about 3 years, I think, something like that. I've got I've got a potato reveal, harvesting cucumbers, tomatoes, bit of all sorts really. So I think without further ado, let's crack on. Right, we're in the greenhouse. I took some peppers off here yesterday, but there's one there. I took 2 off here of about that size yesterday. I'm just looking to see if there's any more. Can't see any at all on that plant. Tell a lie. There's one there. This is melon. It just seems to keep throwing out new shoots. I don't think I'm going to bother with them again next year. I will admit, when I started it, 1 or 2 people round on the allotment, I said, I'm going to have a go at doing melon this year. And all as I got was, ooh, that's going to be interesting. And that was it. Spinning around with tomato. Well, there's a cucumber there. There's another one that's loop-de-loop. Cucumber there. And then some more here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And as you can see, just by looking round with regards to tomatoes, and up there's plenty of tomatoes to go at. So we'll now spin round into the other greenhouse and have a look at what's in there as well. I think I need to take you out to come back in again to have a look at some of this here. So just bear with me a minute. You'll see all will be revealed. And voila, cucumbers. Now look, there's 1, 2, there's 3 there. Another one coming there. Another 2 there. Another one there. Then we've got another 2 there. We've got another 2 there. Then tomatoes, well, just look at it. It's just absolutely rammed. There's all up the back, down here. As you can see, like I said about with being able to harvest some more. And that's just the one side of the greenhouse. Spin you round, and again, loads. Absolutely loads of them, tons of them. Cucumber plants seem to have done better in here. There's a couple of peppers, sweet peppers there, got some coming on them, but they're not too bad. They're still coming. That's another melon, and I've only just noticed there is a melon. Now, I'd ummed and ahed. There we go, up and over. I'd ummed and ahed about doing melon, and they're not doing particularly that brilliantly. So I've got a feeling that, like I say, I don't think I'm going to bother next year. I may not even bother with the peppers either, although as I say, I've taken 3 off the 2 plants in the other greenhouse. My daughter's had those, Some of these cucumbers and tomatoes, they'll be going to family down south. My daughter's spending a long weekend down with them later this week, so I'm going to give her some tomatoes and cucumbers to take down, because when I've got a bumper harvest like this, unless they come visiting, which is they miss out basically. So so I'm going to make sure they don't this time. I've got something else I'm going to show you, which I'm putting down to how well these cucumbers have done, but I'll spin you around and show you that in a minute. Now then, you've seen the tomatoes, cucumbers and so on. Now the feeding of my tomatoes, I've used Tomarite. Always have done, always will do. I do like that, and I've got to say it seems to do a good job, as can be seen with what's in there. But this year my cucumbers, I don't feed them with the Tomarite. The last few years I've been using Miracle Grow on those, because we've used that on the flowers both out the front of the house, the flowers that are where I'm looking now, just at the side here in the back garden, the roses and so on. Generally use it on that, but this year I've gone for something different that I've been using. This Boost. Now I've got no axe to grind either way. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I've got to be honest, I've been very pleased with this. I mixed it up as per the instructions, obviously. It does say that it's rich in seaweed. It's got nutrients to feed the roots and such like. So I'm always, all the instructions are on the back there. You can see everything. And yeah, I've got to say, I'm very pleased with this. I've used it on the cucumbers, and I know this year has been a little bit of an exceptional year with the weather, and no doubt that will have helped, but I think this has had a lot to do with it as well, and I'll definitely get and use this again. I've been using this also round on the allotment to feed anything and everything basically. I've used it on everything that is growing around there, and yeah, I'm very, very pleased, as I say. So in fact I need to, there's only a little bit in the bottom, so I need to get some more of this to carry on feeding everything. But just thought I'd show you that. As I say, I've got no axe to grind either way. I can use whatever I like, but I bought some of this early on in the year, started using it, and I think I'm now sold on it. Simple as that. Right, here's a little clue as to what I'm doing with regards onions. These are my Redlander, and as you can see, I'm stringing them. I'm not going to put too many in a looper string. I don't want to make it too heavy. They will hang up in the utility, so they'll be okay with storage. And one thing that I'm doing with these as well is I'm only taking off the skin that comes off very easily. Give it a rub. That's it. I'm not going to take any more off, just taking a little bit off at a time, and just, as I say, skins, the outer skins that will fall off. I'm going to just reposition you a little so you can see what I do down here. So give me a minute and I'll bring you back. Right, as you can see, the onions, I'm cutting about 3-4 inch off there, just to give me more than enough. That's probably too long actually. Then what I'm doing is open the loop up, pass that through, bring it round to the front, back through the loop, and then push it down against the onion, and that's it. And again, loosening any skins off. There's nothing much come off that. Cut that, and again, and come in from the other side, bend it over, back through, down, and there you go. I'll get on and do them, and I'll bring you back once it's all finished. Well, there we go. Some of the red. I've got yet more to do, and some of the white. These are rumba. And they're quite uniform size. I've been very pleased with them, and at the moment I'm thinking we'll do them again next year, but there's some others I want to try as well. So maybe these were grown from sets that I bought from a garden centre that probably I've only ever visited maybe 3 times in 10 years, something like that. But yeah, very pleased with them. So maybe next year do these along with, or not so many of these, and do them along with some of the others I want to try. One that springs to mind is, I think it's called Vinto. I'd like to try that. Tough Ball is another one. That's another one I'd like to try, but I know I can do them from seed. So maybe what I might do next year is look at doing those from seed along with these. I'm babbling. The Kelsey, now I'm not stringing them. They've gone into a container. They will go into the utility the same as these. But with them being as big as they are, if you tried to string them, you'd get about 4 or 5 on a string, and then, you know, you'd struggle picking it up. I'm thinking more so of like my wife having a, you know, helping herself. So but I thought, I can't remember the last time I strung any onions, and I thought to myself, I thought, well, while I'm doing these, let's get the camera out and I'll show you what's what. So I'm going to put a few more to this, and then that is it. They're all done. Right, I'll just show you a quick potato reveal, or the harvest of. Don't know whether you can see that there. £3, nearly £3 4 ounce, and that's Charlotte. That's from 4 seed potatoes in a 30 litre bucket. All will be revealed as to what's going on, but yeah, quite pleased with them. Very pleased. Right, I've set the scales up. I'm going to see what weight of some of these onions. These Kelsey. I'm cleaning them up a little, taking the tops off. So here we go. So that's one of the big shallot type looking, 14.4 ounce, not bad. Here's another one of the shallot type, 11.5, very nice. And then I've got one of the big ones, £1 well, just over £1 1.5 ounces. Very nice. This is the big, or one of the big white ones. That's 13.2. And then this is the biggest of the Kelsey, the lot. This is the biggest onion of the lot. £1 4.2 ounces. Brilliant. Really never let me down, I will admit. They've always grown big onions and I'm really pleased with them, really looking nice. So I'm going to crack on and finish cleaning the rest up. Right, let's turn that on with them zeroed up, and as you can see, 0 0. Take that off, put that on. £2, 2 ounce, well, 5 grams, drams. So nearly £2, 3 ounce for all of them. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Just been in the greenhouse or greenhouses and harvesting. As you can see, vast amount of tomatoes, small and bigger. Those 5, they've come off one plant, Crimson Crush, believe it or not. And as you can see, nearly £1, 3 ounce with just them 5 tomatoes. Absolutely superb. I'm chuffed to bits. Right, turn the scales on, let them zero up, and there we go. The smaller one, what's that weighing? Oh wow, just over £1. That's good going. So this big one has got to be over £1 easy then. So what's that going to go to? Oh wow, look at that, £1 8 ounce. Wow, superb. The variety, by the way, is a variety called Luxury. I've grown these now for quite a few years, and you can see why I like these. I mean, give you an example of what I'm mumbling on about. I know this is from out the fridge. This is one that we are currently eating at the moment. And there's quite a bit been cut off that, and as you can see, that's £1 2 ounce with what's left. Amazing. I really do love these, absolutely fantastic. Well, that's it for this one. Thank you all very much for watching. Really is appreciated. Please like, comment and subscribe. If you subscribe, remember, it doesn't cost you anything. It's not like a magazine subscription. It's just a case of pressing a button and hit the little bell, and every time I put something up, you will be notified. I'm quite pleased with the way everything's gone. This year, the cucumbers and tomatoes have been absolutely unbelievable, and I've got to put it down, I think, to the weather. Also, I think with the cucumbers, with using that other plant food, I think that's possibly helped out as well. It certainly hasn't done any harm, that's for sure. My daughter's going to come round. She's off down to visit family, and she's going to come round in about 10-15 minutes. She's going to take those 2 cucumbers with her that you've seen me weighing. She's going to take some of them potatoes with her. She'll take some onions and some tomatoes. So I've said to her, I says, pop round and take a few, because with them living so far away, they always miss out. We never seem to, our paths never cross at this time of year very often, so they always seem to miss out. So I'm putting a bit of a food package together, as it were, for them. So I can't really say any more. I hope you enjoyed what you see. I'm very, as I say, very pleased with the way things are going with the harvest of everything. Just don't seem to be able to fault anything at all. The only thing I'm not going to say annoyed, but the little thing that this year seems to be a bit of a downer has been the size of the calabrese and the cauliflowers. They've all been that bit smaller, but I'm not on my own. There's people round on the allotment that have all said the same thing. Everything seems to be that bit smaller, and I think it's the weather. As simple as that. It's quite unique at the moment with regards to the weather that we're having. So that's it. So I'm going to sign off now. So be good, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit.